starting September 1st, employees can apply for flexible working arrangements under an amendment to the Employment Act 1955. Experts and researchers have repeatedly advocated for hybrid work as the way forward. However, as COVID-19 restrictions ease, many companies in Malaysia have reportedly switched back to in-office culture. Traffic data has shown that road congestion levels in Kuala Lumpur are currently worse than it was before the pandemic, as people commute to work again and students head back to school. But after 2 years of being mostly at home, is working every day in the office still relevant?
So for most SMEs, it's not even an issue of whether do we want to move towards a hybrid work system. I think the world is coming to that. And if we don't change, sooner or later, our employees will just move to companies that enable that. But the reality in Malaysia is that we have this general lack of a performance culture. And this is something that we need to address before we can even talk about working from home as on a permanent basis.
If done correctly, working from home can be just as effective as working in the office. Results from a Harvard Business School study indicated that an intermediate number of days in the office resulted in higher productivity levels. It concluded that hybrid work offered greater work-life balance without the worry of being isolated from colleagues. So then, what steps do we need to take to shift towards more flexible working models?
I think there are two things that need to happen. One is that we need to urgently help the SMEs migrate into performance wage link system, i.e. we should stop paying by the hour. We should no longer say, look, we are tabulating our employees' salary, their wage, and how much they're worth to the company based on how many hours they work, but rather based on the performance or the output. Number two, for that to happen, we also need to look into changing the labor law. Currently, if we rate our labor law, or whatever we have, it's very much still time-based. We are still based our labor law on what happened in the 19th century, 20th century. That absolutely have to change. It should empower employee and employer to move towards a system where wages are paid, working hours are flexible to enable performance to be measured based on output rather than by the hours work. I think that's really crucial.